Yo, once again, we back. This is with Just a Messengers podcast. I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
Once again, it's Do Work Media Sundays. It's not possible without my dog Drew Money on the boards.
How y'all feeling?
We in here, man.
Yes,
Feeling
sir.
good.
Everybody good? How y'all doing, man?
Hell of a week.
It's a warm Sunday
Felt
morning.
like 2 weeks.
Facts.
For this
I ain't
week,
gonna hold
felt like 2 weeks.
Yeah, this week was kind of... It went by, but it kind of dragged at the same time.
I think because we just had a lot of different shit going
Yeah, there was a
on.
lot going on.
I think from Sunday to Tuesday was like a week, and then Tuesday to Friday was like another week.
And Fridays was a lot going on Friday for some reason.
Late Thursday going into Friday.
Thursday
yeah,
going into Friday, man. It was a lot
of shit.
A lot going on.
Yeah, man. It was a hell of a weekend. The time going back the last time ever. Fucking this.
So this is the last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. So I wonder. So, are we gonna spring forward?
No.
It's gonna stay like this.
So we done after this.
That's to my knowledge.
All right.
I had to look it up.
Write me in the comments if not. Let me know. Educate me.
Could be wrong. Yeah. I want to know what the sunset gonna be like next year around this time. Like around what time? Because in the summertime the sun go down in between like 8, 9.
Yeah.
So I wonder when winter time come around. Because before we set back, it be going down like around what 7.
Yeah,
7,
something like that.
6 in between 6, 7. So I wonder if it'll be like that. Because all states ain't never did that shit. I know Arizona didn't do it.
Yeah, I'll say some.
Some
well, not a
countries
lot,
don't
but-
even do that shit.
So we the only ones being the oddball.
Retarded, bro. You know that. The U.S. is retarded.
So when we set back our clocks, everybody else
It's riding.
it just stay the
So
same.
that's what I'm saying. Like when we get on one set time, even with the sun coming up and down, 6 o'clock, sun be down, still gonna be the same time. We're gonna feel that shit.
Yeah, because everywhere else the minute is the same, the hour is just different.
Facts.
So when we set back an hour, are we still like 10 hours behind China? I never paid attention to that
Yeah,
shit.
me neither. That's a good
Because I'm
question.
thinking it's the same.
But I know.
Let me see.
That's a good question.
Let me look at the world clock. I got the world clock right here. So in Beijing, it's 11:21. Yeah, it's 11.
Okay.
If it was before, it would have been 11. It would have been 11:21. Yeah. So they don't be fucking with they shit.
No. See what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Just us, bro. But they also in China got fucking 2 sons, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Niggas on some crazy
You're
times,
right.
though.
I didn't even think about that shit.
Well, they playing around with 2 sons, but yeah.
Yeah, they playing games out there, man.
Yeah. So actually, they 13 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So if we didn't, they would have been 12.
Yeah. But yo, the crazy shit is like of this week, it really feels like even with the time going back today, this week just felt like the start of a fourth quarter. Like the fourth quarter of every year is always a lot of like people passing on shit like that. Just a lot of chaos. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that shit completely this week.
Yeah.
Like completely.
I wouldn't argue that at all.
Yeah.
So getting straight into it, man, we got to say rest in peace and condolences to Takeoff, 1/3 of the Migos. Unfortunately, he lost his life earlier this week. And, man, much love to the QC family, his family. I know Quavo was with him, when it unfortunately happened. So, rest in peace to that brother, man. Very talented brother. Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's all I can say. Rest in peace. Very shocking. He was the one that pretty much stayed out the way. Didn't really get involved in nothing.
The quiet one. The quietest one out of all of them.
Yeah, just a real cool dude from everybody, around him. That's all they could really say. Like, unbothered Takeoff who don't bother nobody. Like, shit is just fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Very unfortunate.
Very
28 years old.
situation, yeah.
Still had a lot more life. Still had a lot more accomplishments. I mean, me and you, we just talked about Takeoff and, Quavo, and had a great album. You see what I'm saying? Had a great
Only Both
album.
Infinity Links is a great album from them, too. So, very unfortunate, man. Like, they just released that album, and this happened. It's just,
Yeah.
very unfortunate. Rest in peace to that brother.
Yeah, I know it's going to take Quavo a minute to get through that one. Especially being that was his nephew. Like, couldn't imagine, man. Like, losing somebody that close to you right in front of you. And just over petty shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, if anybody, they seen the argument of the video, it didn't seem like it had nothing to do with getting it to a point where it had to come to that. But like typical, a lot of niggas, man, they got to resort to pulling out the guns and being violent. Just being reckless, man. Just being reckless. Apparently, they was at a party for Jazz Prince for his birthday weekend. They was shooting dice. They was leaving. They was arguing about some basketball or something. Words got exchanged. That scuffle wasn't even 3 seconds long. Now that I think about it,
No, it wasn't.
Somebody got hit. It was a scuffle for 3 seconds. Then bop, bop, bop. Shots go off. Takeoff got hit in the head and his neck, and he didn't make it. And it's just senseless, man. Senseless and reckless and all the words that you think of, man. It's just so unfortunate and fucked up because he was very talented. A lot of people said that he was probably the best one out the group.
He definitely was the glue member for sure. I always said he was like the one that kept the group together, even though, they weren't like officially together at the time being. I always thought they was gonna get everything back figured out, but this happened. It's just very unfortunate for them. So
I hope Quavo and Offset can come together, and they don't necessarily got to make music again, but just
figure it out.
No, just figure it out, man. I mean, we talked about that before when the album came out, and even when we was talking about differences between family members. So I'm saying, like, you and your family members don't gotta be on the same page, but it shouldn't be no love lost.
Yeah.
And we not in the mix. We don't really know what's going on. We all just speculated what's going on, but we do know that they wasn't talking. So if they're not talking, and it's unfortunate that hopefully they was able to mend out their differences. I don't know before the untimely demise, but I just hope them two could come together and heal from that together.
Yeah, man. Very sad situation, man. I can't say it enough. Very talented brother, man. I was a talented dude, man. Talented, humble, I can say
I was really looking forward to see what more Quavo and Takeoff was gonna do, man. Like, I just felt like that was a foundation setter for them two as a duo, and just hearing them talk about it on Drink Champs, saying like they seem very excited about moving forward in terms of their duo and what they was gonna do. Because I mean, when they first dropped Hotel Lobby, that shit was fire. I was like, oh shit, they got one, and the album dropped, and it's just. I don't know, man. What's your favorite verse from Takeoff?
Man, I got a few Takeoff verses, man. Well, I like his verse on R.I.P. from the YRM mixtape, they first like official tape. He went crazy on Cross the Country from Rich Nigga Timeline. That verse is crazy. Mm-hmm. Man, he got a lot of good verses, bro. Like, he be going crazy, bro. What, Handsome and Wealthy? I like his Handsome and Wealthy verse. Man, he got a lot of verses, bro. Like, you can go on and on. Like I said, he's always like the one that make the song make sense. Like, on the song, out of all of them, like, he's the anchor. Like, he's gonna be the one that solidify the song. Like, so
his verse on Stir Fry.
Oh yeah, he went crazy on Stir Fry. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
I like his verse on Stir Fry. His verse on Avalanche. That might have been one of his best verses.
Oh, he
ever.
Went crazy on Avalanche.
Yeah, he owned that song.
Yeah, damn.
Having Our Way.
Our Way.
I Need It.
Man, he went. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, crazy. He went crazy.
Avalanche, man. He was spazzing on. Let me not say spaz.
One,
I apologize. He went crazy on Avalanche.
What's the song from damn. Matter of fact, he went crazy on the whole. I don't know if people really remember this EP that they dropped. This is from like 2017. That 3-way EP. It was probably like 4 tracks.
I remember the 3-way EP.
He went crazy on that whole thing. Like, he went crazy on that whole EP. He went crazy on that. That first what's the song from Culture? The first Culture. Damn, it's like the first single they dropped from Culture, right before Bad and Bougie came out. Damn, I can't remember that song, but yeah. Very talented dude, man. You can go on and on about his verses and his wordplay, man. Like, he was like that. So, it's just unfortunate, man. Like, we lose we lose key elements of the what's going on in the rap world for the moment for the generation because he definitely was one of them dudes. So rest in peace, man.
How you feel about the conversation that always comes up about rap music? Every time one of us die.
I think in this case the music necessarily. I don't think it was a driving force behind Takeoff dying, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with stating that some of what we do within the culture is detrimental. Like I don't think that's a bad conversation to have, but I think sometimes bringing it up, like when someone unfortunately loses their life, it can be kind of lost because, especially in this situation, I don't think music played a part in him dying, but those are two. I feel like those could be two separate conversations.
I don't like when the conversation comes up. I feel like it's dismissive. I feel it's lazy. I seen this video of this white dude who used to be like a record intern or something like that. He was talking about same thing, like right after Takeoff died, talking about how these record execs don't care about you, so they pay you to basically promote and do all this stuff. And I really hate it a lot because it's like rap music is the low-hanging tree now. Every time one of us die, and with this situation, and people only saying it every time one of us die. So with Takeoff dies, it has nothing to do with gangster music. It's another conversation to take shots at rap music. Yeah. Like it's deflection.
It's two separate conversations.
It's deflection, but I don't hear nobody talking about canceling Twitter, canceling TikTok, canceling Instagram. I don't hear people talking about that. We just had 4 teens that died because of a TikTok challenge on how to steal a car, and they died in a car accident. But nobody is talking about canceling TikTok. If anything, the social media apps are more detrimental than the rap music. Nobody talks about that. That's my problem. So when I see these posts from people who seem to be so profound, like Keith Stanfield, like I can't get with that. I can't get with that post because you're only talking about that because Takeoff died, and it had nothing to do with that. Gangsta music is not responsible for, like, who's responsible for killings before rap music? I've been hearing about conversations since I was a little kid about movies, video games, TV shows. Like, it's way other things to point at in terms of, what's bad or a bad influence on our kids or on America, period.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what
I don't like it's rap music is not to blame for killings, bro.
It's two separate conversations because there are things within the music industry within rap that are detrimental, like they are. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of distasteful to bring it up when somebody dies, but that conversation can't be had without somebody dying. That's why I say it's two separate conversations.
Why do we have to have the conversation though? Like we already had the conversation about drill music. And we said with drill music, it's different between basically rapping about, it's basically like anything else when gangster music first came out. You basically rapping about what's around you, but when you out here doing the acts, that's separate. But you're actually blaming music for the death of people, and that's not what's going on out here. That's not a conversation to be had because what's the solution? Get rid of gangster music? Get rid of the content? Well, that's not the answer.
We've had people try to get rid of gangster music, get rid of drill music.
I'm asking you, what's the solution?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is
then
because
the conversation
people
shouldn't be had. Then that's my point. The conversation
can be had because, like I said, there are things within the culture and the music that are detrimental. Like there's a reason why these things are pushed within our culture. Like, and we got to ask those questions. Like, it's nothing wrong with bringing that up. Like there's not. I don't think it's nothing wrong with acknowledging that there are.
Takeoff not died, this wouldn't be a conversation. That's my point. No, like it only comes up. It only comes up when one of us die.
No, not really. Like I mean, it's insensitive that conversation is pushed to a head when people die. But I see people bring it up all the time. Like they don't like how people promote such.
What's the main reason why the conversation is had?
People are dying though. Like people get on wax and deliberately diss dead people, homeboys who've died, family members who died. Like that is detrimental to the culture. That is kind of detrimental, bro. Like that does happen.
I'm talking.
Like I'm not gonna say like
death.
It does.
I'm talking about in terms of death. I'm not talking about them dissing dead people. I'm talking
that
about
ties
in
into this, bro. It ties into
doesn't.
it.
That's separate.
That's kind of lazy to say that it doesn't because it directly ties into it, bro. It definitely does.
No, it doesn't.
This been
doesn't.
going on. Like whether you want to say it was in the 90s or not, like this been going on. Like we can't just say like, hey, like it's not the cause. Like it does. I'm not saying it's a direct cause, but it does play a part in some way. Like,
all right, so where's the conversation about holding niggas accountable for their actions?
I mean, people do get
they
held
don't.
to
No, they
account.
don't. Because every time one of us died, they're not talking about the nigga who pulled the gun over a fucking basketball argument.
Yes,
They're
are.
not talking about that. No, the main conversation has been gangster music. Niggas not talking about a nigga not being in control of his emotions and pulling the gun out because Quavo and them had an argument. That don't be the main topic. The main topic be always music every time this shit come up. A nigga shouldn't be able to go play dice or have a basketball conversation and not get killed afterwards.
I think that's why I say it's two separate conversations because it all kind of play a part. It kind of works off the same shit, bro. Like it all do, bro. Like I said, you got young. Like I was watching a couple weeks ago. Like you got young niggas vividly rapping about a stabbing that actually happened on a train. Like this nigga was making a mockery of this shit, and he's getting signed. He's getting pushed. This is why he got signed to strictly talk about killing and death. Like shit like that. Like you kind of acknowledge shit like that.
So what
bro.
about the social media apps?
Bro, like you bringing up social media apps, these apps do be under fire too. Like there's whole countries that don't fuck with TikTok.
Canceling Twitter.
Yes, people.
Niggas don't be talking. I'm talking about niggas. Niggas don't be talking about canceling Twitter. Talking about canceling TikTok.
You can't bring up just niggas
Instagram.
because you brought up Columbine. Like Columbine had nothing to do with niggas. We was talking about this the other day. Y'all bringing up Columbine and Marilyn Manson.
You brought that up.
No, y'all brought that shit up.
You brought up Columbine.
No, you and Marcus
brought up Columbine.
Bro, you and Marcus brought up Columbine and Marilyn Manson, my nigga. I didn't bring them niggas up. I was talking about our culture. I didn't say shit about them two. Y'all brought them niggas up. No, I didn't. Look it up. I did not bring up Marilyn Manson and Columbine. Y'all brought them niggas up, bro. Y'all know because you're trying to tell me what I said. I did not say that. Nigga, you can look. You can go scroll.
American culture. That's
go look in your phone. Y'all brought up Marilyn Manson and Columbine. I didn't bring them niggas up. That's why I say I don't even know where y'all even bringing Columbine up. I'm talking about us. Y'all brought them niggas up.
You say you remember as a kid of them talking about that.
No,
that's what you said.
Y'all said, "Oh well, if that's the case, what explain Marilyn Manson and Columbine?" They was bring. Y'all brought that point up. I didn't bring that point up.
I'm talking about American culture. Period. So regardless, we ain't got to argue about that. American
I'm
culture.
not arguing. I'm just telling you.
You're
trying to tell me. You're trying to tell me that I said something that I didn't say.
Whatever. Cool.
In regards
so at the end of the day, it's killing and all this other shit has been influential on American culture. Period. But people are not talking about canceling these other social media apps, bro. I just said 4 teens died because of a TikTok challenge. Yeah, and I just told you in other countries they don't even have TikTok. All this shit is all this shit. You're kind of talking into my point, bro. Like all this shit is kind of connected, dog. Like, so what's the answer then? Because people every time somebody died, we gonna talk about we gotta do a better job at protecting ourselves, our own culture. That's why I say it was music. I was confused that y'all niggas bringing Columbine and Marilyn Manson. That has nothing to do with us. That has nothing to do with our communities, bro. That's what I was. You said you don't even remember them getting on them. That's why we said that. That's why I was confused. Like, why the fuck were y'all bringing them up? That's what I was getting to. I don't even know why y'all brought them niggas up. I'm talking about our communities. Y'all. That's why I feel like I was kind of lazy. Like, why are y'all bringing them niggas up? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, it's nothing wrong with pointing out that there are detrimental aspects to our culture, bro. Like, it's lazy to be like, oh well, we just can't, we can't hold ourselves accountable for some shit. No, what the fuck? What did that even mean? You can talk about both sides of the coin, my nigga. That's why we salute certain artists. I really don't want to look this shit up because I know that shit is far back, but I think that shit stemmed up because I don't know if you mentioned about this happening. No, I didn't. So y'all brought up Marilyn Manson and Columbine. I'm gonna have to look this shit up. I never brought them niggas up. Y'all brought them niggas up. That's why I was like, bro, I'm gonna be real. That's why I said specifically, I don't even remember niggas really bringing music up when in regards to that. Y'all brought that up, not me. Okay, I made up my mind. You don't ride around with me. I don't even listen to half the shit I've been listening to. That shit don't even sound right to me. And I said what I said. I ain't blaming actions on music, but it's been odd to me that our worst stereotypes get pushed to the forefront. I don't see that in other genres. That's why that came up, because you said that. And that shit been in other
And
genres.
that's what I've been saying. No, it's not pushed to the forefront like in rap, my nigga.
That's
not.
why we brought him
It's
up.
not.
That's what they been
It's
getting
not.
on him.
No.
They been getting on him for
No,
years.
but
That's why he was in Eminem's fucking music video.
But at the same time, my nigga, I'm talking about us holding
you
our...
still said other genres, nigga. That's what the fuck you said.
No, because
you said other genres.
I'm not supposed. I don't care because at the end of the day, I don't care about that. I'm talking about
How the
us.
fuck can you say you don't see it push to the you don't see it push
Because
to the
I don't see that. I don't
Right, so
see.
you brought it up then.
I don't know.
You brought it
Y'all
up.
brought up Marilyn Manson and Columbine, my nigga.
Did you not say other
I don't-
genres? What
I
other
don't.
genres
I
you
don't
talking
even
about
remember
then?
that shit happening.
What
I
other
was alive
genres
back
you
then.
talking about then?
My nigga, you know other. You're being dense right now, bro.
No,
you
say
know
you ain't
other
say it.
genres. You know.
Did
other,
you not just say that? You
know-
said other genres. So what other genres? You ain't see it get pushed to the
Bruh,
forefront.
You know.
It's been in
You
rock.
don't know
It's
other.
been in rock.
Okay, you want to
It's
yell.
been in
You want to
rock.
yell and be the only one on the mic. So you go ahead.
It's been in rock. You said other genres.
Wait.
I'm asking you.
Do you
I'm
see
asking-
see rock artists being signed specifically to push death and other shit?
They do devil worshiping in rock music, nigga.
Is
the fuck are you talking about?
Is that pushed?
That's part
is that
of it.
pushed on? Is
Yes.
that pushed on all the radio stations, my nigga? Can you come to radio stations right now and hear a devil worshiping song? Be fucking for real.
One of the most popular rock artists all time, not only had popular music, he had a fucking TV show with his family. What are we talking about?
Yeah, when he can't even talk. He couldn't even talk back on that fucking on the TV show, my nigga. Like, didn't even matter. It was more about the fucking family. You need to like be real in your context, my nigga. Be real, bro.
I am being real.
No, you're not. You're
Yes, I
deflecting.
am. The music, all of that shit is pushed.
Honestly, the shit
all
lazy,
of that
bro.
shit is
The
pushed.
shit lazy.
All
y'all,
of that shit is
y'all
pushed.
niggas don't want to. Y'all niggas want to deflect the shit, but it's nothing
It's not
wrong.
deflecting.
Bro, it's nothing wrong
It's
with
lazy to bringing up gangster music when niggas
it's
die,
not,
bro.
It's
That
not,
shit is
that,
lazy
I,
as
that, and I
shit
specifically
lazy.
said those are two separate conversations, but there's nothing wrong with bringing up that there are detrimental aspects in our culture. I've been saying that since that fucking text message, bro. I've been saying that. Y'all niggas brought up Marilyn Manson and Columbine. I don't remember.
you said other genres.
I don't remember that
That's why
shit,
I
bro.
bring up.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I came
You're
up, 'cause
being
you brought up other genres.
You're
You
being
should've
you're
just-
being
you should've just
purposely
stuck on rap.
contrarian. No, I don't
You
have
should've
to-
just stuck
No,
to
I
rap.
don't.
You
I
should've just
don't
stuck to
because
rap.
the shit bigger
You
than
talking
this
about our
shit.
culture.
No, the
You
shit
brought
bigger.
up other
I'm talking about our
genres.
communities, my nigga. I'm talking about our community.
brought up other
Because I don't give a fuck
stereotypes.
about that. You're being
brought up
lazy
other
right
stere-
now,
you
bro.
brought up
Like,
other stereotypes,
You're being
bro.
lazy, bro. You're being lazy right now.
We do it with movies. It's been in movies. It's been in TV shows. It ain't just rap music.
Yeah, our culture adapts all those shows in those movies, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
You say you don't see it pushed to the forefront.
Because
in
I
other
don't. I
genres.
don't. That's why. I
All right,
don't.
then. So you shouldn't
I
have brought it
don't.
up then.
Yeah, I can
That's
bring it
why
up what I
niggas
want
bring
to.
it up. That's why niggas bring it up. So,
I can.
So niggas need to just stop making gangster music. That's
Niggas can make what they want to, but it's about what I feel like.
How do we hold niggas accountable then? If niggas want to bring this up every time somebody die, how are we going to hold them accountable? You have to stop making music, right?
I don't think it should. I don't think it should be pushed how it is, bro. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think it's wrong with calling that out. Y'all niggas want to ingest all this shit and do all this dumb shit. Y'all niggas don't even partake in these lifestyles, but y'all want to push all this shit. And then when niggas die, y'all want to get mad when niggas be like, damn, like this shit is kind of fucked up. Just for saying that it's fucked up. Y'all niggas get sensitive and shit when you bring this shit up. And it's like, bro, like it's not even that serious, bro.
Nobody's being sensitive, bro.
I'm not saying you're being sensitive. I'm saying in overall, because you got niggas be like, damn, bro, like it's not that bad. We can talk. We can listen to fuck this nigga, kill this nigga all day. Okay, but when niggas bring up that, hey, that shit is kind of fucked up. It is kind of detrimental. Oh no, you're wrong. You're a clown. Nigga, what? What are you talking about, nigga? That's stupid to say that. That's you're a clown for calling a nigga a clown for pointing out that something is wrong. This shit is kind of fucked up. We all ingest it, but it is kind of you can't be like, hey, this shit is kind of detrimental, bro. This shit ain't really productive, bro. It's really not. There's nothing wrong with pointing that out. That's all I'm saying.
All of us in here have been listening to gangster music since we probably been about 10 years old and never thought to go kill somebody. The conversation needs to be more, keyword, more about niggas being accountable for their fucking actions.
So if you're staying accountable, so you don't want niggas to drop the gangster music no more then?
I didn't say that.
So
I've been listening to gangster music since I was 10 years old and I never thought to go pick up a gun and kill a nigga. You have to have accountability for your actions. That shit done never influenced me to go out here and get on the corner and sell drugs or go out there and pick up a gun and kill a nigga. That shit is entertainment, bro.
That's you, but you're an outlier. We are all outliers in certain situations, bro. There's a lot of people
There's not a whole bunch of niggas running, going out here who believe. You think niggas who went out here and bought Thug Motivation 101? That shit sold over millions.
Are you serious, bro? This nigga came to Charleston. Niggas was throwing cocaine on the stage at him. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about.
There are niggas directly affected. There were niggas that killing niggas. No, not because now you know. There were niggas directly affected by a nigga saying trap or die. That's facts. There are niggas directly affected by Bloods and Crips getting on wax and saying, hey, fuck these niggas. There are niggas directly affected by it. Just because you weren't, that doesn't mean that the niggas that were. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with pointing that out. To be so fucking to be sensitive about that shit is kind of lazy, bro. Like that's all I'm saying, bro. Like you can point out both sides of the coin. That's the beauty of the shit in retrospect, bro. There's nothing wrong with sometimes hey, bro, like this shit is kind of detrimental, bro. You can't say that. Saying it when somebody dies, I can't say that. That's kind of distasteful. But overall, you can't point out both sides to this shit.
The conversation needs to be more about holding yourself accountable for your actions. It's no different from when Cameron was on CNN having the same conversations when they asking him about his music and your music, the influence is like, bruh, at the end of the day, I'm a rap artist. That's not my responsibility. There needs to be more conversations about holding niggas accountable. Music shouldn't even be coming up. That's my whole point. It shouldn't even be coming up when this shit happens. Yeah, because kids can listen. This happens. Kids listening to music, niggas is not going out here. Every kid is not going. That number is not that small, my nigga. So when these niggas go out here and they a million first week, how many out that million is really going out here and really killing niggas because of the music, bruh? That's just not happening on a high level like that. All of us, they wasn't niggas at Stall High School when all this music was coming out and niggas coming up to school popping niggas. Because of Thug Motivation 101?
Bro, Star used to get locked down for gun shit all the time. Like, you're talking like I wasn't in Charleston at the time, bro.
It wasn't all the time. What are you talking about?
Bro, more than three times is enough for high school, my nigga. And it was over 3 for Star. Period, my nigga. What are you talking about?
And the music had nothing to do with that.
I didn't say I said the overall culture. I said there's nothing wrong with pointing out shit within the culture that's detrimental. I've been saying this.
I'm talking about the music.
Bro, it's music a part of our culture.
About the music.
It's music a part of our culture.
I'm talking about gangsta music.
It's music.
Yes, you said overall, so other things. I'm talking about music, nigga.
Bro, you're being
I'm
lazy,
specifically
bro.
talking about music right now. That's what I'm talking about.
You're being lazy.
So niggas need to be more accountable for their fucking actions, period. Y'all niggas having an argument about fucking basketball and you gonna pull out a blicky on a nigga and start shooting. And more than one person could have got hit. That's what I'm talking about. Be accountable for your actions, bruh. Don't get up here and then make all these long-ass, lengthy-ass Instagram captions about fucking gangster music that had nothing to do with that. That shit is lazy as fuck. Period. And then when I ask for a solution, they got to stop making music. No, bro.
It's shit that need to happen within the culture all around, bro. That's all I'm saying. And music is definitely a part of that, but I'm not blaming music for Takeoff dying. It's a lot of shit that we got changed within the culture. Like, that's all I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. The niggas be up in arms when you wanna clean, when you wanna do shit within your own house. Niggas wanna be sensitive about the shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying that. That's all I'm saying.
Drew, you got a point on this?
I plead the fifth because y'all said a lot, so I don't know.
I mean, it's nothing like we niggas want to talk all this self elevation shit and bringing us all up, but when you want to bring up points within our own house, niggas want to be so fucking, contrarian to this shit. Like, no, like we do shit within our culture that's not progressive, bruh. There's nothing wrong with saying that at all.
I think all around and both perspective, you guys are correct, but. To say, I mean, hip hop. I mean, not saying music. Music does have influence on people. It changes your mood. It changes all kind of shit. If you ready?
It directly affects moods, bro.
Yes.
It directly do. This has been facts. Like, what are we talking about?
That is very true. And to say like, yo, the street shit is in the music. I mean, the 90s, the 80s, all this shit was nothing but talking about drugs and shootings. It did influence the hip hop culture. It influenced the black culture. We all know this shit, but ultimately, it has to come to at a point of where do we go from this? You know, because it's a revolving door of the same
It's
shit.
rinse, wash, repeat. Because we tap this conversation, then it's gonna be cool for a month or two. Another nigga gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
It's fourth quarter.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying Takeoff died because they was playing. I don't even hear no music in there. But I'm just saying as a culture all around, niggas I start asking some questions, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's a reason why certain shit is pushed to the forefront within our shit, bro. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
I'm not saying that you said Takeoff died because of that. Never said that you said that. I'm talking about the people having the conversation after the fact. That's
and I
what I'm
said
talking
those should be
about.
two separate conversations. I said that before. I said that within this conversation. I said those should be two separate conversations. And there's nothing wrong with having either conversation.
So then if niggas are still making the music, then the music shouldn't even be put out there. Period.
It should if it affects people like that, then it shouldn't be supported. I'm not gonna say, hey, niggas can't drop the art that they want to, but some of this art doesn't even make sense. Some of this art don't make sense, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, it just don't.
That's all I got to really say about that, man. I feel like niggas just need to be held more accountable for their actions, bro, and just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. You have people around you, especially in that situation, because I still don't know who shot. They don't know who shot the gun in that situation. Matter of fact, I did see an article about somebody that was from the Fifth Ward that got killed. That was probably allegedly. I'm not attaching them to that.
Yeah, I don't even
but
see.
It seems like there's a lot of firestorm coming behind this shit because, of course, Takeoff was somebody significant to not only the music culture, but the Atlanta area. QC and all that. So
He meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, it affected a lot of people. So it's just it boils down to when I look at the foundation of the whole shit, the shit didn't make no sense for that to be the reason why a nigga had to pull out a gun, bruh. It shouldn't have been a reason to do that. Over that doesn't even make sense. And when I'm looking at the video, niggas get to argue and nigga throw a punch and then god damn, bruh.
But yeah, that's what I mean. I was in a wallow on Big Facts early this week, and he spoke to that same shit. Like when a nigga gets swung on, that's the only thing you think about is phones around. Like you just can't take an L and it just be you took an L. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you take an L. Somebody saw that shit. Somebody gonna tweet about it. Somebody probably recorded. Somebody done did something to you. So now you embarrassed on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people egos can't take shit like that. They just can't be like, "Hey, you got that." Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people not going for that shit. And unfortunately, shit happens because of that. I'm not saying that shit right at all. I'm just saying like we gotta do better, like how we handle each other, bro. Like how we handle each
because
other.
we seen LeBron and Kobe fans willing to pull up over a fucking basketball argument. That's the same shit. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
If a nigga pull up is willing to pull up over a Braun and LeBron debate,
why do we get like this with each other? Like that's
stupid.
That's what I'm talking. In the grand scheme, why are we like this with each other?
But it ain't just us though. That's where I get mad because it ain't just us.
I'm not speaking to nobody else. I care about niggas that look like us in this room. Why are we like this with each other? I don't give a fuck
I think
about
that's just a human thing, my nigga. That's what I'm saying.
We gotta be better. We gotta be better with that. I don't care.
It's a typical black on black. I'm not saying you saying black on black, but that's where the conversation goes to. Black on black crime and nigga, everybody kills everybody. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That same shit that happened to Takeoff, unfortunately, could have happened in the white community. It could have happened in the Asian community. Because it's happened, bruh. We're not the only people. I'm talking about exactly what happened within that argument. That's what I'm talking about. That could have happened in anybody, but then everybody always want to come out and say, oh, y'all always... Bro, listen, that shit happens. I'm not saying it's okay for us to do it, but stop acting like that's just something that happens to us. That's not something that just happens to us.
I think people are more so tired of just us killing each other, bro. Like we gotta do better. We gotta do better how we handle each other, bro. Like I get it. When niggas in proximity with each other, anything can happen, bro. But I just feel like Nobody should have died from that, bruh. No,
Hey, we agree on that.
we agree on that. That's what I'm saying. We
agree on that.
There's nothing.
But that's not something that's just strictly to black people. That black people do that.
We're not saying that. No, I don't think. From what I've been seeing, I don't think nobody is saying that. I just feel like people are just like, damn, like we really gotta be better how we handle each other. I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that.
I don't like when white people come out, especially that dude that came out. So whatever he worked at, and he might have had pure intentions, but I don't like that because that continues to paint the narrative that we're just these animals that only do this within us. That's not true. Y'all motherfuckers do that too. Asians do it too. Arabs do it too. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. But then they get up there and they get to saying the shit, and then it just creates this false narrative, and that's not what happened. That's not what happens. That shit that happened to Takeoff, like I said, unfortunately, that could have happened anywhere. Niggas be willing to fight over less, and willing to kill over less.
That shit just as bad. It's terrible. Like that's why I'm saying like.
But and that goes to the person, bro.
I don't think and
niggas need to do better with their fucking emotions, bro. There can never be a time I'm pulling up on a nigga over a fucking basketball debate. It's never gonna be a time I'm at a basketball court. I just seen a video 2 weeks ago. Niggas at the gym, a white dude and a black dude fighting, post a game of 21. It's the same shit. Niggas need to hold themselves more accountable in terms of, because when shit get the nigga broke his leg, I think, was it really worth breaking your fucking leg, my nigga? Was it really worth that? Nigga done put you in a headlock, all this other scorpion, whatever position you want to call it, and nigga done broke your fucking leg or broke your arm over a fucking basketball conversation, bro. That's what I'm saying. Takeoff and Quavo wasn't in the streets. And people were talking about, oh, well, you shouldn't even be in another city playing. And it got nothing to do with that. A nigga should be able to go play dice and do all this other shit and not have to worry about getting popped. Period. Cards, dice, whatever. That shit is not that doesn't equal straight to the streets. Yeah, that's the thing that people do. That's not, you should be able to have fun playing that. Shouldn't have to have a conversation about Uno being dangerous, spades being dangerous, dice being dangerous. No, them niggas shouldn't be able to go there, have that, and then these niggas was leaving. So that was even post that shit. We heard the audio. That shit wasn't even worth that. That's all I'm saying, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. It continues to paint a narrative about what's going on between us, and that's not what's happening, bro. That nigga needs to hold himself. I seen a nigga had a tweet. I wish I would have bookmarked that tweet. Every time a nigga does some fuck shit, we all get grouped together. But if a nigga do some good shit, you just outline, you just highlight that one person. Well, highlight that one person when he do fuck shit. That's what I'm talking about. Highlight that one person who do fuck shit.
Do they do that though? When a nigga be successful, they call it black excellence though. So I can't really. That's for everybody. Like I can't really say that, bro. Like there are terms that umbrella everybody and positive shit too, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, like, cause like you're right. Niggas should be able to go state to state, do whatever they do without checking in. This whole checking in,
that shit goofy as hell.
This whole checking in extortionist culture that we got too. That's what I'm saying. All this shit tie in, bro. All this shit is whack. It's fucking corny. Like
that right there is another conversation. Y'all don't, but yes,
all that
checking in
all
shit
this
is
shit
stupid.
Ties into this culture, this cultural shit, bro. Like,
stupid.
Like we gotta stop all this dumb shit and handle each other better, bro. That's all I'm saying.
But I feel like the music is the low hanging fruit when it comes to this particular conversation. The checking in shit, yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. It's stupid. Because the only time niggas are doing that is when you feel like you have to prove or align yourself with them niggas. If you're not within that type of element, there's no reason why you should have to go to California or you going to Chicago or, you know how many people I see go to, you know how many people I know go to Chicago and they go to Chicago, have a good time. They're not no, they're not in the streets.
I gotta check in with some niggas that don't even own the part where I gotta check in at. Y'all don't have no ownership nowhere. Y'all don't have no dictatorship nowhere. I should be able to go where I'm at and like you say, have a ball, enjoy your city, and move along.
Every time I go to Atlanta, handle my business, come home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tied to that element. So when niggas are doing that, they're trying to prove a point here.
That shit whack.
And then niggas are trying to. It's just stupid. But I don't want people to misconstrue that what this other type of narrative they're trying to push. That's what I have an issue with. I have an issue with the narrative. That's what I have an issue with. And stop blaming music every time this happens, especially when it had nothing to do with that. Because at the end of the day, that number of us, like, how many people do you think of us growing up as kids who was listening to this music? You think that number really outweighs niggas like us? To me, it's pretty it might be more of us than it is them, my nigga. Because all of us was listening to rap music growing up. All of us. We never thought to go out here and be doing the shit that we was listening to, bruh. Because we knew right from wrong. And we knew not to look up to these rappers or these entertainers. And we knew that this shit can get serious outside of music. That's all I'm saying, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure if you got nieces, you got nephews, you got a daughter, you may have a son one day, you're going to show them that. There has to be a level of accountability, bro, for individual actions. And when this come up, the music shouldn't be your foundation for that topic. Because I don't want to see no white executives getting up here talking about, motherfucker, what are you even talking about? Worry about them white kids who shooting up all these schools. You see what I'm saying?
They don't care about that. They're not pushing. That's what I'm saying. They're not pushing none of that. They're not pushing any of that though. We saw the Leo Corner shit on Breakfast Club. He not signing white opioid addicts. He not signing them. He not pushing them. That's all I've been saying, bro.
We have to understand too, bro, that rap music is still black music at the end of the day, though. It's predominantly black artists, bro.
Yeah, we don't own a majority of the major entities.
Okay, you're talking about owning. You're talking about Leah Corn is not gonna sign a white opioid. No, it's not the black rap music stems from black people, bro. It's always gonna be majority us. I don't think I'll see a day in my lifetime where there'll be more white. So to say that is kind of disingenuous, bro. I don't think I'll see a day where there's gonna be more white rappers than there's gonna be black rappers, bro. So that don't even that I can't even get on that point right there. And when they do, it's gonna be somebody who's major or big. Eminem came out, he was rapping about shrooms and all this other shit. Like that's before him. It was just Vanilla Ice. He didn't have no drug type of content in his music.
I think you're missing my point. Like he don't gotta sign them white people because he's making a whole lot of money and sending his families through colleges and everything by pushing the same shit I've been talking about within our communities. That's my point. You can talk the accountability shit. That's cool. I agree with you somewhat on that. But that's all I've been saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with pointing out that certain shit is kind of fucked up within our culture, bro. And music is a part of that.
So you think the drug usage in the music today is something that needs to be highlighted as far as the conversation? I'm just talking about the drug usage. Because drugs have always been in music. Always. The song that everybody play at a cookout, that's about cocaine. But because the music sounds good, people don't even talk about that. That song is about cocaine, bro. So drug usage has always been in music. Some of our favorite artists of all time was on drugs, whether it been heroin, cocaine, all of that. So I understand it. Trust me, I do. I understand, in rap music, there are a lot of drug usage music. But it has been in music. But like I said, some of the most popular songs speaks to drug music is just not verbally expressed directly with words in the music. It's funny seeing people on Twitter talking about, oh, y'all know this song is about cocaine. A lot of people didn't know that because it's not specifically talking about it. But when you actually listen to the lyrics, that's what it's talking about. It's like candy. Like, come on, bruh. Drug usage have been in music. So what make it worse now? Because it's directly speaking to it?
It's a lot of shit, bro. It's a multi-layered conversation.
I'm talking about just drug usage, period. Is it because it's directly linking into it now?
I'm speaking to drug users and the violence, bro. I feel like all that shit, like, it's kind of amplified now, bro. Like, it's kind of amplified.
Because even when they were talking about the killings, bro, it was a lot more killings in the early 90s.
How do we know that, though?
You could look up the numbers, bro. In 1990 alone, if I could pull it up, because I think I had it. In 1990 alone, Chicago had like 900 killings. Right now, they had like 400, 500. And that was due to the crack era. All that shit. That's what I'm saying. Before we have been getting killed way before rap music, bro. So who was to blame before then? Who was to blame for all these killings before rap music? That's my question. That's what I want to know. Who was to blame for killings before rap music was really predominant like it is now? It just didn't start when Ice-T and NWA touched down. That shit been going on.
I feel like, well, there is facts that actually prove that like the gangster music was kind of pushed to counteract like the conscious movement that was going on at that time. That's actual a fact. But I mean, on some real shit, bro, like that's what I've been saying this whole time, bro. Like I feel like it's a multi-layered thing. Like when you talk about like pointing out shit that's detrimental within our community and our culture, like yeah, you're right. The drugs play a part of that because we did go through crack era. We went through a lot of shit within that time. So it's like, as a culture, I feel like we need to really understand the history and really understand like what we doing today and understand like we gotta handle like I've been saying, we gotta handle each other better, bro. Like that's all I'm saying, bro. All of it kind of connects in some way, whether niggas want to admit it or not.
All right, here we go. I have the article right here. 849 homicides placed 1990 in the sad record book. 849. And today it's around 450 something. Then somebody had a tweet that said NYC had 2,245 homicides in 1990 compared to 488 last year, and drill music didn't even exist back then. Chicago's deadliest year was 1974. Folks was listening to the OJs. You see what I'm saying? So like, who was to blame then? Unfortunately, because I live in a place of reality, not fantasy. Killings do happen, bruh. Some years more than others. But when we talking about the times, that's what I'm saying. That should be the low-hanging fruit. I'm not putting the past of drill music and all this shit and actually carrying out actions because we talked about that on the podcast. I'm making a point here. Way before this shit, killings been going on. And it was way more violence, and we had drugs, like I said, the crack era and all that other shit.
Yeah, that's the drugs and shit. That's another detrimental asset within our culture. There's nothing wrong with pointing that out.
What I'm saying is, listen, bro. What I'm saying is,
you're saying the gangster music didn't come into the late '80s, going to the '90s, right? Okay, all right. So if you want to exclude that, okay, cool. So now you're saying
people are making it the main element as to why we're killing each other.
I'm saying it's a part, but it's not the whole. I say it's a multi. That's what I'm saying. It's bigger than just the music. Music is a part of it, but there's other aspects to this shit, bro.
Okay, so when you look at those numbers who are you to blame for that, for those 800?
If you want to say
those 2,240 homicides,
if you place the drug, you place the crack era on that. That was a detrimental asset to our communities. You had a lot of people who got rich within our communities pushing poison on their own people.
100% facts.
That's detrimental. There's nothing wrong with pointing that out. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we've done some shit.
But that's a fact though. That ain't got nothing to do with music. That's somebody selling. That's drugs.
But there is a fact. There's actually a fact that gangster music was created and pushed to the forefront to counteract the conscious era. You had songs like Self Destruction. You had posse cuts where niggas was self-conscious and pushing a different narrative of the black family, the black people. That's a fact.
And then you have other artists who just spoke to what was going on in the streets. That was also within that type of element of music. Like Biggie, for example. He rapped about what was going on. He wasn't actually going out and carrying out these actions. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
I mean, in his documentaries, they say he sold crack. So was he not?
Yeah, he said he sold crack.
Okay, so you're still pushing the same poison, bro. We idolize Jay-Z. Jay-Z, we always talk about how Jay-Z's lost 92 bricks. Who's he selling these bricks of cocaine to? Okay, so the drugs and all this shit, it do play a point. It do play a part, bro. That's all. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we enjoy this shit. We ingesting some fucked up shit. Okay, so what do we do now? There's nothing wrong with asking these questions.
That was
Bringing
my
it up,
question.
bringing it up.
What do you do if a nigga is getting on a record and basically I can speak to Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City? That was just a movie about what was going on around his area. That's all that was. So do niggas need to just keep it at that? That's all I'm saying. He's pushed to the forefront. It's just not the gangster music getting pushed to the forefront, bro. You have prominent artists who are not speaking on that element in itself. You have the artists who just speak about, who basically paint a picture. That's what I think about. I always say Kendrick Lamar's greatest asset is that he's a great storyteller. You have people who are just storytellers within rap who speak about what's going on within their community, bro. That's all it is. So do you need to just have, though, he was pushed to the forefront. And there's others who would like him was just pushed to the forefront. Tupac wasn't no gangster in terms of just going out here catching bodies. He rapped about his element. That's all I'm saying, bro. I just feel like when we just forget about the other artists who also come from these environments, excuse me. Who also come from these environments and they speak about this shit. But they're just painting a picture. So when I'm speaking about for me, bro, when I see these captions, like, damn, bro, like, y'all niggas act like these are just the only shit that's going on in rap music, bro. Like, we don't have a whole bunch of elements of rap music. We talk about subgenres all the time. That's not the main thing that's going on in rap music, bro. It's the most impactful genre on this planet. That's not the only thing that's going on in rap. Migos is one of the greatest groups of all time in terms of their era. Them niggas are not in that element. You got your Kendrick Lamar, you got your Drake, you got your J. Cole. We talk about the big them been the big three all the time. I mean, you asked a question a few months ago. Who's gonna be the next big three of rap? All three of them niggas ain't got nothing to do with that shit. And they're one of the most, they're icons. They're the icons, bro. When you think about the icon, how many icons really align themselves with that particular element, bro?
I mean, if you write down the top 10, I'm pretty sure at least the top 20, a good bit of them did.
I'm thinking off the top of my head. But I'm just talking about in terms of even our era right now. That shit is not what niggas trying to make it out to be.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying, man. RIP to Takeoff. And I just feel like niggas need to be more held accountable for their actions. That's it. Stop getting up here and trying to pull out a gun all because you lost not even lost an argument. Niggas argue all the time. And pull out a gun because niggas get in an argument. Or niggas do it. Like, that shit was sad. Like, 3 seconds and nigga was scuffling and then you pull out a gun and you start dumping. Shit is fucked up, man. Shit is fucked up. So, okay, my bad. You had something else you want to say?
I'm good.
All right. Drew, you had anything you wanted to add to that?
Nah, I'm calm.
So we gotta get on Kyrie Irving. Like I said, this felt like a 2 week because right after that happened, you had this shit spiraling out of control.
It's been an
It really
overload.
didn't seem like it was a week. It really felt like it was 2 weeks with all the shit that was going on. Let me see if I had something else in my notes I wanted to mention before I okay. Yeah, we can talk about new music first, or we can talk about that Kyrie shit first. Whatever you want
We
to
can get the Kyrie shit out the way. Because it definitely feels
Yeah,
like
we talked about this last week, but
it's a lot more that happened since then.
yeah, man. Kyrie Irving has lost his I'm gonna say relationship. I'm gonna say relationship for this one because these niggas are funny. He lost his relationship and business relationship with Nike.
They put him on hold, so they say.
Oh, hold? No,
Yeah,
I felt like they canceled. They dropped this.
They say they've suspended it. So
Suspension.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
so they doing
suspend-
Emi Udoka type shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
until he fulfills
okay.
this checklist of shit he got to do.
I hope I bookmarked that shit. Well, I did send it in the chat, didn't I?
If I'm going off what Kyrie has been saying when he's been in front on these podiums and shit like that, like, I mean, he's apologized multiple times. I mean, he's apologized on the internet.
Let's leave it. Let's as far as him, let's leave it at that. He apologized. So for all the shit to be coming now,
It's an exploitation of power.
that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we have the list of 6 conditions for Kyrie Irving to return to the team. Apologize, condemn the movie. 500K donation to anti-hate causes. Sensitivity training, anti-systemic training. Meet with ADL, Jewish leaders. Meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. Now, Joe Tsai, you actually contributed to genocide in another country, but people still, leapfrog that.
The ADL had a settlement for was it spying on people?
Yeah, you sent that. I didn't see that.
Like they had a settlement where they were taken to court because they were spying. Let me make sure I want to make sure I say this right, because this is the character of people that are demanding morality from Kyrie Irving, and I just want to make sure I don't want to quote this shit wrong. Damn, that shit probably been a while back. All right, Anti-Defamation League settled spying lawsuit 6 years after it was accused of illegal spying. The Anti-Defamation League agreed Monday to a federal court statement preventing it from obtaining information from any state employee or officer when it knows or should know the act is unlawful. The long debated settlement approved by U.S. District Judge Richard Pays marks the final chapter in a suit initiated by former San Francisco District Attorney Arlo Smith amid charges that associates of the Jewish civil rights group sold information on anti-apartheid groups to the government of South Africa. So y'all niggas was whole cyber terrorists of y'all own, you know what I'm saying? And y'all demanding some type of hierarchy of morality from Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? This is shit I talk about. This is nothing but an exploitation of power. You seen the shit that happened Friday night. Jalen Rose asked a simple question about some shit, and they made this nigga. They dropped the commercial money. They turned away commercial money to make this nigga apologize on live TV for asking a question.
For basically explaining as to why. I'm going to speak on that, but I'm going to get it out the way as to why he apologized for basically asking why her information is not in the public like Ime Udoka. But I'm going to get on that. Speaking on Kyrie Irving, the only thing I'll say Kyrie Irving should have did was actually watch the movie. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I'm going to say he should have. I watched the movie. I went ahead. I rented it. I bought it because I'm the type of nigga I want to know what I'm talking about before I speak on it, because this is all the shit stemming from. It's from the movie. I watched the movie. It's about 3 hours and 30 minutes. 85% of that movie is basically their views on the origin of black people. Mm-hmm. That's 85% of it. The other shit, they do quote Hitler, the same Hitler quote that Deshaun Jackson posted a few years ago that got him in trouble. Right. I've been seeing that quote for about 6 years now, floated through social media. I'm gonna say this now for y'all niggas. Please stop running with that. Because it's not a confirmed quote. Because even in the movie, it says under it believed to be said by Hitler.
Even so in Hitler's autobiography, he's been saying he don't fuck with black people either. Right? That's
so he's not gonna praise us in a fucking as far as being the original people.
Y'all trying to stretch a narrative. No,
and
he
also
didn't fuck with us neither. He sterilized black Germans. He put them through just as much hell as he did the Jewish community as well.
And also real quick, because I was in, and this is why I don't like talking to certain groups of people. Niggas was in talking about Hitler only killed his kind. He ain't killed black people. Please don't let nobody hear you say that publicly, please.
Nigga will slap the shit out of you for
please,
that, bro.
Don't let nobody hear you.
Y'all don't know
what you're talking about.
He put black Germans through hell too, bro.
So and also other religious.
When Jesse Owens was over there whooping their ass in the Olympics, he wanted Jesse Owens dead.
Yeah.
So. Like, let's be real here, bro.
In the beginning, they also had 6 myths about Jewish people and one of them was that 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust. My nigga, that's not a myth. That actually happened. So I want people to understand, if just because 85% of it could be of their beliefs of what the origin is, they're going to pick at those things because it's major to them, and they're going to throw it. They're going to have a problem with that. So 6 million Jews dying in the Holocaust wasn't a myth, bro. That actually happened. Mm-hmm. So as far as Kyrie being accountable on that, that's all I got for him.
For sharing the movie at all? Like
he should have just watched it.
He should have watched it
before he actually shared it.
So you think if he watched it?
Yeah, give context. He said this documentary, you can learn some things about it. There are some things here I agree with, some things I don't. He would have been in the clear.
Right.
That's it. Him tweeting, I agree. Him just retweeting it with no caption, cool, understandable. But if he would have just had to tweet and been like, hey, you can enlighten yourself with this doc. There's some things in here that I agree with, some things I don't agree with.
Now, with everything that he's been saying, and I agree with you on that. So when he said that Judaism is actual African heritage, was he lying there when he said that on the podium?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong. I've said this on the podcast before. I agree that the original man is a black man. I was watching First Takes.
I mean, that's already been proven.
Yeah.
The first person that was discovered was a black person.
See, I was watching First Take. Stephen A. Smith said that. I was actually surprised he said it because he was like, I agree that the original black man is the original man is black. There's nothing wrong with that. The issue comes in with, the other shit that I mentioned.
Yeah. You can't tie in.
And I've always been big on, I'm going to believe what I want to believe. I'm not going to disrespect nobody else. But not saying that Kyrie disrespected nobody.
I mean, he said he wasn't trying to disrespect
and he also had a tweet after that shit.
Yeah.
Even before the apology, before all that, say he don't stand by anti-Semitism. But in terms of the belief, everybody is entitled to believe what they want to believe. Because all of it is faith-based at the end of the day. And we have scientific proof in terms of black people anyway. For some reason, I don't understand why people think as if Jews are only white people.
They're not.
It's not. It's a religious group. It's a whole bunch of. It's not a race. It's a religious group. So there's a whole bunch of people within that religious belief, just like it is with Islam, just like it is with Christianity. And that's why I feel like this conversation is going to veer off towards that, because at the end of the day, it's a belief. It's a faith.
Right.
You can't question nobody's faith. Mm-hmm. But I can understand why in terms of...
It's like you got black Christians and white Christians.
Yeah, same thing.
Same
Just
thing.
like you got Japanese Christians.
Yeah.
So you have... what was I about to say? When you have the doc that has those things in there, I can understand why somebody would have a problem with that. But... And it also stems from a book. I'm not buying the book. I'm not about to read the book. But it does stem from a book.
That book probably
so
crazy.
The book, because they said there was a list of things that people said the doc had. It didn't say that there are higher ups in the Jewish community that run the world. It didn't have that in there. It didn't have Jewish leaders who worship Satan.
Right.
That was not in there. They did have that Jews owned Atlantic slave trade ports. Me personally, I never was taught that, didn't know that, so I'm not going to confirm or stand on that. So I don't know. I'm not going to blame just a religious group for starting the Atlantic slave trade, because I wasn't taught that. All I knew was white people who did that.
But see, that's why when you say something,
I say white people though. I'm not saying a religious group.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I don't know what's in the book. Don't care to know what's in the book. So I'm not going to stand on that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam Silver, like I said a few months ago, is not this guy that everybody paints him.
He was quiet. He was quiet when this shit first happened.
He's a fucking hypocrite, because at the end of the day, if this book and this movie is so good, because it's about 6 volumes of this shit. Trust me, when I was looking for it, it was a whole bunch of different volumes. It's about 6 volumes of this shit going around. So if it's so bad,
do you know who? I mean, do you know who put this shit together? Like directed it or wrote the books?
It's black people. That's all I know.
Okay.
I don't know the name specifically, but it's black people.
Them niggas is going in.
Adam Silver, you have a deal in place like the NFL for 87 games to be streamed on Amazon Prime. Who's on the Amazon? Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is also in line to buy not only possibly an NFL team, an NBA team.
The Suns who just had a racial situation. When he was caught saying nigga multiple times. Adam Silver, you ain't come down on that nigga publicly how you trying to come down on Kyrie. You was quiet the first week that this shit happened.
And also you let the sponsorships dictate, but we ain't got to get back on that. You let the sponsors dictate that shit. So how is it that Kyrie's getting all this backlash, but Jeff Bezos can't get no smoke? I just seen the ADL in partnership with the Nets are saying they want Adam Silver, they want Jeff Bezos to take the book down, and if not, give an explanation. No. Don't. It shouldn't be an explanation.
He need to go through
take
the
it
same
down.
shit.
He need to go through the same shit Kyrie Irving went through. If it's so bad, if y'all making it seem like it's this bad thing, why is it not coming down? Period.
And he's making money off this shit for how long? He's profited off of this shit.
The Bugs Bunny meme? Let's talk about it. Counting the paper. Because that's all it is at the end of the day.
He screws McDuck.
Y'all don't care about this book as much as y'all making it seem. And I'm not just talking about Adam Silver. I'm talking about everybody who got something to say about Kyrie Irving. I think there's a bunch of y'all.
I think all of them should go be down by.
Because at the end of the day, this boils down to the bottom line being affected, and it's not a problem until the bottom line is being affected. Adam Silver, you're a clown. You've been a clown. You continue to be a clown because you don't stand on the shit like how you paint it to be, my nigga. You don't.
You don't.
You don't give a fuck about that book. You give a fuck about your bottom line being affected. You got 80. I bet you that 87 game deal is not gonna come down.
That shit not in jeopardy at all.
That shit not in jeopardy at all, is it? Is it?
It's
not.
Jeff Bezos. If it go through that Jeff Bezos can buy the Suns, there will be no hiccups in that deal at all.
So do y'all really care about this? But everybody want to deflect too. I'm tired of seeing Molly Curran on First Take interrupting great points, bruh. Jay Williams was 100% right. Why is there so much smoke for Kyrie Irving but not for Jeff Bezos?
The platform. He's making money off of this shit. So you mean to tell me he can make money off of the quote unquote anti-Semitic material on his platform? He can have a deal setting with y'all to get money. He's gonna be able to get money as an owner, and y'all are gonna in turn pay him, and he's gonna get bread for streaming the games on his platform, and he's gonna be able to buy into the league.
Listen, I want to read this.
He getting over 3 times.
100%. I want to read this specifically. The Anti-Defamation League, in conjunction with Brooklyn Nets, have sent a letter to Jeff Bezos and Amazon leaders to either remove, keyword, either remove the book movie at center of Kyrie Irving situation from the platform, or, keyword, or add explanation about issues with the content. No. It needs to come down.
You see the language that they use for him, though. Either. But Kyrie is demand. It's
demanded.
It's demands, and there's no compromises when it comes to Kyrie.
No compromises with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie, compromise with Amazon.
Kyrie got a whole fucking 2K checklist of side quests to do before he can play again.
2K checklist.
He got a whole my player checklist to do before he can play another game again. Honestly, if I Kyrie, I'd retire, bro. Y'all can kiss my ass on some real shit. I've won a ring. I've had multiple guaranteed contracts. I've done more than a lot of these motherfuckers speaking against me
for the community.
For the community, I've donated my own bread to the WNBA, which the NBA. Y'all want to talk all this shit about supporting the league? Y'all don't support that fucking league. Y'all don't support the WNBA. That man came out of his own pocket and donated to them girls. I ain't seen nobody in WNBA speak up for Kyrie. I ain't seen nobody, no other prominent basketball figure speak up for Kyrie. You got LeBron James up here acting like a hoe, talking on you. You could have answered the question so much different ways, bruh. But you try to point. You basically buy into the Kyrie a villain narrative, bruh.
Shout out to KD though.
That's some whole shit. KD the only nigga that been holding this shit down, and KD been basically trying to mediate the shit as best as he can. I'm not even trying to tie KD hands as much into this shit, bro. But there's certain ways you got. Let's go back to what I've been saying, bro. We got to do better with handling each other, and we need to support each other when them niggas trying to lash somebody publicly like this and make them bend the knee like this. Niggas need to stand up for them boys, bro.
Bro, you can say you against anti-Semitism, but support Kyrie Irving
and support
with this fuck shit.
Kyrie's entitled to believe what he wants to believe. I believe Kyrie is against anti-Semitism. I don't support any of that as well. I don't believe Kyrie is intentionally a bad guy. That's all you got to say, bro. LeBron up there speaking like you basically speaking into these white people narratives, bro. You like this shit whack.
Let me play KD's quote and then I'm gonna play LeBron James' quote.
The shit whack, bro.
Do you think anything that's gone on with Kyrie recently with what he posted and the backlash he's faced from it has impacted the group at all?
Absolutely not. Only impacted you guys and everybody outside the locker room.
And there's another one I want to play. Let me see where that one is at. Because like I said, it's been a lot of fuck shit going on, man.
Facts.
Damn, where's that other one? Oh, here. Let me see. Here we go.
I ain't here to judge nobody or talk down on nobody for how they feel or their views or anything. I just didn't like anything that went on. I feel like it was all unnecessary. I feel like we could have just kept playing basketball and kept quiet as an organization. I just don't like none of it.
Do you feel the suspension is unfair?
I believe and trust in the organization and do what's right. It's an unfortunate situation for people that are impacted by this situation. I mean, it just sucks all around for everybody, and hopefully we can move past it.
Have you spoken to Kyrie, especially since his apology last night?
No, I haven't.
they had beef with him saying they should have kept quiet as an organization.
Especially,
What's wrong with saying that?
Josiah, with your checkered history, like, yeah, y'all should have kept quiet. It's hypocritical. No, it's hypocritical on all levels of this shit, bro. All fucking levels. How dare Nike you suspend this man, but y'all want to play this moral high card when y'all been directly linked to child labor, sweatshops. So now niggas want to play these morality cards. I don't get it, man. This is nothing but exploitation of power.
Here we go, LeBron James.
With a Jackie Robinson hat on.
I can tell you this. It's simple. Me personally, I don't condone any hate to any kind, to any race, to Jewish communities, to black communities, to Asian communities. You guys know where I stand, and it's part of the reason why I didn't air the shop episode, why we kicked that. You know,
Nigga, please.
archives, because it was hate conversation going on there, and I don't represent that. There's no place in this world for it. Nobody can benefit from that, and I believe what Kyrie did caused some harm to a lot of people, and he has since over the last, I think today or was it yesterday, he apologized. But he caused some harm, and I think it's unfortunate. But I don't stand on the position to harm people when it comes to your voice or your platform or anything. And so it doesn't matter what color your skin is, how tall you are, what position you are in. If you are promoting or soliciting or saying harmful things to any community that harm people, then I don't respect it. I don't.
Now, real quick.
Get his ass, Mike.
No, real quick, because I have a question for the LeBron James fans, and this is why I be talking about fucking with these athletes and rappers that y'all praise so much outside of their art. I want the LeBron fans who be posting his family after he has a bad game to explain this.
How could you hate this man?
How could you hate this man? See, this is where y'all fuck up at, and I said it last week. Because every time these niggas get to talking, they really expose themselves when all you had to do was just appreciate what they do inside the line. So for all you LeBron fans who be posting his family after a bad game, I want you to explain this to me. Explain this to me. Because now you always, this is where y'all fuck up aligning yourselves with these niggas outside their art. Explain this to me.
Who did Kyrie hurt? My nigga, when y'all, listen, bro, and let me get on this shop episode. Kanye filmed that shop episode after the backlash from Drink Champs. So y'all knew about that shit.
And still brought him in.
If y'all was so against hate speech, he wouldn't even have got that invite would have been declined.
So it wasn't until the black backlash like
you made Maverick speak up and say, oh yeah, we don't condone that. No, nigga, I see y'all play, nigga. I see what y'all doing. Y'all trying to get in front of some shit.
Yeah, get in front.
Y'all let him get on there and say what he was gonna say because he said the same shit on Drink Champs. Y'all saw how Drink Champs was getting slandered. Y'all don't want the shop to go through the same shit. That's when y'all pulled it. But y'all, that tape is somewhere. That episode is somewhere on the shelf somewhere, bruh. Y'all ain't delete that shit. That shit's somewhere. So just cut the boo boo, bro.
I just want the Bron fans who be posting his family photos to explain this.
How are niggas letting Jason Whitlock outdo them when it comes to?
Oh, let's play Jason.
How
Whitlock
are y'all letting Jason Whitlock outbar y'all and be more on code than y'all?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
How is Jason Whitlock more racially conscious than y'all?
Here we go.
You got to explain to me why Kyrie Irving is on the front lines if this documentary is this anti-Semitic. Why is Kyrie Irving on the front line and not Jeff Bezos and Amazon? Kyrie Irving's not going to make a dime off of this documentary.
That's a fact.
Kyrie Irving didn't put the documentary together. He didn't put it on Amazon. And so this whole outrage over Kyrie Irving seems completely dishonest to me. Because if this documentary is as negative and as harmful as they're arguing, why wouldn't you take it up with Jeff Bezos and Amazon? That's who platformed it. That's who's profiting from it. He retweeted the graphic image that was probably taken from Amazon and Jeff Bezos' corporation. Damn it, you got to explain to me.
It's a direct. That image came directly from the Amazon website, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the same one I saw when I went and bought it. The same exact one.
like y'all need to y'all just need to keep that shit real. Y'all niggas are in. Y'all are getting these phone calls and y'all are being told what and what not to say.
I'm gonna say it.
Y'all niggas are controlled. Y'all are compromised. And y'all need to say what y'all need to just keep it real, or not speak on this shit at all. Cause you niggas are compromised. Y'all are compromised as fuck.
I'm gonna say this one more time. Stop aligning yourselves with these niggas outside their art. Stop doing it, man. Just stop. Just stop.
Y'all like these niggas?
Because you got to stand on all the squares that come with these niggas when you align yourselves with these niggas. You got to stand on all the squares, man. You got to. That shit that LeBron James just said didn't make no sense to me.
Who the fuck did Kyrie hurt? Who he hurt? This man has apologized countless times. He's specifically said,
"Oh, Mo, let's not forget he donated the 500.
He
denied,
and y'all denied it, but now y'all want the 500.
Now you want the 500 again?
Nah. Kiss
So
my
what
ass.
is this really about?
This is about exploitation of power. That's all this shit is about, bruh. I'm gonna call this shit what it is because I'm not compromised by none of these companies involved. What's going on? Like I just said, Jeff Bezos about to get paid 3 times over from this shit, and he's not being called out at all.
And you know what's so crazy about it? That don't even amount to the other shit that he got on Amazon Prime. That's what make it crazy. You think he give a fuck about that? He's gonna keep it right there.
There's KKK documentaries on
And
there.
listen, and I'm gonna add this nugget. Even if it do come down, you think Jeff Bezos took it down out of the goodness of his heart? Nah, I got plenty of money. I ain't worried about that
Give a
shit.
fuck. He done monopolized all of this shit already. He done monopolized everything.
And he about to lay another monopoly piece on
You
the
know
board
why?
when he purchased the NFL team.
You know why taking the documentary it's not even going to matter to Jeff Bezos in the grand scheme.
Oh, that shit about what,
Because
$30?
You niggas for one, we order everything off Amazon.com for one. You know what I'm saying? Like he already got the NFL deal. He's about to buy an NFL team. He's about to buy an NBA team. He got a contract with the NBA already. So okay, I'll take this one stream down, but I got 4 more coming from you niggas already anyway.
And you know what? That's so funny because when I was watching Atlanta yesterday, what dude said at the counter? You gonna buy that off Amazon?
You gonna buy that off Amazon, ain't you? Niggas say, hey, I can order you in a couple weeks. Hey, but if he had waited a couple weeks, he probably would have been dead though.
Yeah,
he would have been dead. People would have been dead if he waited a couple weeks for that skillet.
But see, even go ahead, Drew.
It's
funny, right?
It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot, and they hit you. They hit you so hard with all of these like these layers at one time. Like the average nigga, they not gonna really sit back. But hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get in line.
But do you see the spin, bro? Like
it's a crucial spin, bro.
Like we had the power. Like not saying power, but it was in the progression of the voice with the shut up and dribble.
Right.
Nigga, this was who coming out their mouth. Let's check her credentials because I don't know. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she been saying crazy shit like that.
But you know, the whole narrative was like, okay, we should be able to say what we want. We're not just ball players.
But now when it's time to really say some shit, y'all shut up and dribble.
This is wild.
Was she wrong in saying that then?
This is wild.
I hate to play devil's advocate, but was she wrong in saying shut up and dribble? Because you niggas is gonna shut up and dribble.
This is wild.
Y'all scared to really say what y'all want to say.
And when somebody does, this is the ripple effect.
And y'all don't even want to. Y'all throw LeBron go throw the nigga on the bus instead of just taking the KD route.
Madness.
But you got a Jackie Robinson hat on.
Madness.
You could have easily did what KD said.
Madness.
You played with that man too. You know what he went through from the media from playing with you.
First of all, that shit don't mean nothing to me because Kyrie done did way too much. He done did way too much for the community.
Word.
For me. Even with me having my own opinions about how he handles certain
You
things,
can't take
I
the-
can't
you can't
never
take the
discount
community
what
efforts
Kyrie
away
did,
from
what
him,
he
bruh.
did, what he do for the for Jersey.
Because he ain't had to do none of that shit.
Facts.
For Jersey specifically, he's done a lot for Jersey. Let's not even talk about what he done did outside. He's done a lot for that community in terms of rebuilding gyms, giving to schools, community efforts.
Scholarships. All
Then
kind
outside
of
of that, Scott, all that shit. Then with the WNBA, all this other shit. So, people can get on him about the earth flat shit, all that other shit. Dog, to me, at the end of the day, he has put in the work.
He put his money where his mouth is.
So none of this shit to me it don't hold to this right here. It don't hold.
Yeah.
Regardless of how I may feel about the other shit. It don't hold.
Yeah.
It don't hold.
But see, they use that other shit to discredit everything else. And if you let them do that, that's what's going to be the narrative.
Yeah. And not to mention, what the whole Black Lives Matter narrative that they were spinning with all these commercials, putting the shit on the basketball courts and all of this shit. Like, bro, we should be able to still have a voice and still have our
that's
opinions.
Our lives matter, but our voices don't.
Facts. And so on top of that, not to mention the spin on, okay, what's this controversy? Just like Mike. Mike went to go buy this shit. So you know how much people went to go buy this shit because the media
It's probably 100,000 more Mikes that went and bought this shit. So 30,000 at 100,000.
See what I'm saying? Going crazy now. So you continue to, the main person who should be the main focus of this shit is getting richer off of this shit. Off of this. It's insane, dog. It's insane.
It's insane.
But the crazy shit is LeBron, Chris Paul, all these niggas who's part of this basketball organization
And Kyrie on that board too.
ain't stepped the fuck up
Ain't
for this
nobody
man.
saying nothing for this man.
Nobody stepped up, and
These
that's
niggas
madness.
is clowns, bro. These niggas
Facts.
is clowns.
That's some whole shit.
But LeBron, he made sure he stayed with that China shit though.
Mm-hmm.
He made sure he didn't say nothing about that, right?
Remember we had a conversation about that?
You made sure you didn't say nothing about that. You know why? You didn't want to affect that bottom line. Just the same way you didn't want to affect this bottom line for Amazon deal for NBA too.
87 games coming. Where the smoke for Brett Favre at? Where that smoke at?
This is crazy, bro.
Like it's ridiculous, man. Like this shit here. Then Charles Barkley and Shaq.
Shaq, did you know that they actually premiered that film at your theater in New Jersey?
Fuck all that, nigga. You still went and got on Papa John's board after he done been spewing the N-word. Who are you to say anything to anybody
you don't
about
have
some
no
shit,
moral
Shaq?
high ground.
You ain't got no moral high ground. You about the bottom dollar too, my nigga.
You a cop. Charles Barkley, we ain't forget about your comments on Breonna Taylor.
And then even with that, for you to call a man an idiot, you see what I'm saying? Like, this what we doing now? You ain't got to call a man an idiot for his beliefs. That's what we taking into?
Hey man, when them phone calls go out,
But I'm
y'all
not surprised
Y'all
with
niggas gonna get in
Charles
line.
and
Y'all niggas get in line when them phone calls go out. That's what go down. When them emails, them phone calls go out, y'all read that teleprompter and shut the fuck up.
Niggas scared as fuck of that Kanye ripple effect, boy.
Y'all scared as fuck. Y'all some hoe ass niggas, bro.
Yeah, niggas ain't standing solid as fuck at all, bruv. Like, and I lost a lot of respect for a lot of niggas this week, bruv. Like, full scale. Like, it's insane. Cause where's the unity? Y'all want to roll down these commercials of last season of all this unity and all this shit? Come on now, where's that? Come on, this is insane, bruv.
So Black Lives Matter, but Black voices need to be shut up. Okay. That's the only thing I got from
Man,
this
Kyrie
shit.
Irving donated $1.5 million to the WNBA players, bro.
I ain't seen no coach. I ain't seen no executive. I ain't seen no team owner. I ain't seen nobody from WNBA say nothing. But y'all niggas be getting mad when niggas forget y'all name on the back of y'all jersey or y'all number. Y'all be getting in a tits behind that.
Let me just name some of the things Kyrie Irving has done. He got the Kai Family Foundation, which was founded to build self-sustaining communities and show families who are often overlooked feel heard, inspired, and powerful. Like, okay, you got that. Feeding America.
I know about
the
the
Kai
Feed America shit, yeah.
Empowerment Initiative. That was to the WNBA. NYC COVID Relief. He donated $325K.
I remember that.
Towards feeding the families and how the coronavirus pandemic. Like, it's just it's countless and many other things.
He got a laundry list of
He got a
efforts that
laundry
he's
list
done,
of
bro.
efforts that
On
he's
some
done.
real shit.
And honestly, like I wouldn't be surprised if he's exhausted at this point. You know what I'm saying?
I retire, bro.
He's done way too much to just, and all this stemmed from a retweet. But this Brett Favre shit didn't get not even close to what this shit is. He actually took money out of people's mouths, bro.
They pushing this shit so we don't gotta talk to about Brett Favre. And when you bring up Brett Favre, they try to minimize the shit. No, you stole welfare from probably the poorest state in the
United States. Yes, like, if not top 2.
These niggas still got wooden water pipes in Mississippi.
But that's actually harming people, LeBron. That's actually harming people, LeBron.
You took that bread and you built a punk ass sports facility for your daughter. And you knew this. There's text messages.
And you could have took your own money and did that. You made plenty of money. You played damn near 20 years. You could took your own money and did that, but you actually harmed somebody. That was actual harm. You actually took food out of people's mouths. And like you said, one of the most poorest states, and that's actually harming people, man.
That's I'm gonna be real.
That's the real harm.
That's some racist shit too. You know what's going on, bro. You know what's going on. You know that's actually harming somebody. That's actually harming people. Kyrie posting a movie screenshot, the cover for it, that didn't harm nobody.
Me just going through Twitter, man, like, cause like for me, I just save my thoughts for the podcast now. I don't even retweet no more. I just be scrolling, and I really get to see like how much these people really put their energy into this versus other shit. And I'm gonna say this too: there's a lot of white people. There's a lot of white people who are taking the opportunity
to be
to
racist.
use this
to be racist, bro.
To highlight how they really feel about us and be racist. Because like I said, Jews is not a race. It's a religion. So a lot of y'all are trying to, because I don't know what your belief is, but it seems odd to me. There's a lot of white people who are trying to align themselves with that to really highlight how you feel. Like I said last week, a lot of y'all saying, fuck Kyrie, that you wouldn't say to his face. I know for a fact you wouldn't say to his face. And you're using this opportunity to really expose how you really feel about black people. Ain't hearing liquor, nothing about the Brett Favre situation from a lot of y'all. Facts. Ain't even really give it no burn.
I don't even see it being talked about no more.
No, it's not. But they're gonna run. They're gonna run with this, and you're gonna get this man a laundry list of things. Where's the laundry list of things for Brett Favre to do?
Has he even given that bread back?
I ain't even seen no public apology.
I ain't seen no public apology. I ain't seen nothing. Nothing.
No jail time.
That's jail time. That's jail time. He don't even need to go to trial.
Y'all treating Kyrie like he gotta be. You know
who did Kyrie steal from? Did Kyrie commit a conspiracy to steal state-approved funds and line his own pockets? Did Kyrie do that?
And the people burning sneakers, that shit is the dumbest fuck.
I ain't seen that. They doing that?
So you gonna burn the sneakers, but you're not gonna donate them and help people because we do have an actual homelessness crisis in America overall.
Overall,
you're not gonna help. You're not gonna help nobody, but you'll burn it for the internet. For you have your own high horse, right?
Niggas can start acting like
you know
everybody on this morale high ground, man, when it comes to this shit. Like,
niggas
a lot of them hide
clowns.
behind them tweets, man. Hiding behind them tweets. You know, that shit funny to me, man. That shit funny. Like, with that Jalen Rose shit, Jalen Rose asks, why is it that her information is not being put out there? He had to apologize, and they explained to him how she's a subordinate. No, she's not. No, she's not. She actually handled travel arrangements for the team.
She was employed by the team.
Stop with this shit. I don't give a fuck if she was the owner.
She's not a victim.
I do not care, bro. At the end of the day, two humans came together on a consensual act.
Yeah, that was consensual. So she needs to be held to a consensual accountability as well.
Somebody told me yesterday, well, her information's out there. No, plaster it like y'all do on ESPN and FS1 and everybody else shit. I shouldn't have to go on Google and find the shit. Put it out there.
We got to hear about email shit all the time, all the fucking time.
The Jalen Rose got it. And funny how Malika Andrews came right behind him. Funny how y'all lined that up. That was funny to me.
They probably told Jalen Rose,
This shit fake as fuck,
if
man.
you don't issue us apology, you're not even finishing this broadcast. I'm pretty sure that's how that off camera situation went, bro. Whether that's how that went or not, I'm not sure. But if I had to bet, I'd be like, hey, them boys probably, hey, you got to read this teleprompter right now live.
That's insane.
She handled travel for the team and tickets for NBA for the players' families on the team.
That sounds like
That's not a subordinate. Fuck is y'all talking about? And at the end of the day, they two human beings who knew what they was doing, came together, put her shit out there. But y'all want to paint this hate woman narrative. That's not what the fuck it is.
No, we just want equal accountability.
Equal
within the
accountability
media.
on this shit, because at the end of the day, the man's still suspended. And I see y'all nasty ass niggas when the next one to hire him want to come out and he said no. He didn't do none of that. Because if he did, y'all would have put it out from the jump. So no, he didn't send no
Not
inappropriate.
a text message shit coming.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not rolling with that shit. That shit cap as fuck. That shit cap.
Oh my god.
So now the Nets want to bring him on. Now all of a sudden, he sent. I don't believe it. You need more people.
Because if he did, y'all would have said that back when this shit first came out. He didn't.
So no, he didn't do that.
He ain't did
that shit. Sorry. You. Come on, dog. I was born today, not yesterday. I was born today, not yesterday.
You dig.
Ime ain't did that shit. Sorry. Consensual sex.
Ime was in a consensual situationship with that girl. I mean, even Nia Long says she's not leaving him. I'm pretty sure they have their own understanding. I'm not going to get into that. They might have their own situation going on. But, hey, all we be asking for is equal accountability in the media, bro. Like, y'all obviously are getting calls. Y'all are compromised in some way. And it's clear. It's clear where y'all be aligned to. It'd be so obvious.
This another tweet from Jason Whitlock that really started jump fire. Everybody had. I thought the nigga was hacked. Nigga said
Jason Whitlock been in his bag.
They said Kyrie suspended for not obeying the regime. Watch the Negroes who all cape for Kaepernick fall silent and reveal who they really answer to. All the fake revolutionaries.
Okay. Y'all had Kaepernick jerseys on. I don't forget that. Where y'all Kyrie jerseys at?
And like I said, the only thing that he should have did was just watch it. Other than that, all he really believes is that the original man is black.
And
ain't no harm in believing that.
And the fact that Judaism is an African heritage religion.
Facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's exactly what he said. And when Fredell was trying to, when that reporter Fredell was trying to press him, he said that, and he said he's not anti-Semitic. He said that. So what is all these side missions to get back on the court about?
This shit is ridiculous.
Y'all can kiss my ass, bro. If I was Kyrie, I'd retire, bro.
Facts.
On some real shit.
I'm gonna take my talents to China. Go crazy.
He'd be respected over there way more on some real shit.
This shit is ridiculous, man. Shit is ridiculous, man.
No, that's it's nuts, bro. But do y'all feel like it's just for us as a whole of just a voice? Do you feel like it's like, all right, like y'all niggas, it's been enough since 2020? Like honestly.
Oh yeah, they've been felt like that.
I mean, because you're thinking up until the world shutting down, it was moving in a good direction for us. Like
right.
I feel like it was.
The 2020 shit happened. They threw a curve in their plans because now they had to over pander to us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then too much of it was happened at a high volume.
At a high volume, it was a lot going on.
It was like back to back months.
So that's we talked about this a couple weeks ago. We had all these public promises about inclusion and these executive boards. We ain't seen no spillback from that.
Nope.
Now it's to a point where it's like, okay, what else do y'all want from us, bro? So now it's back to normal. We're gonna show y'all niggas what time it is.
Y'all had y'all fun now.
Y'all had y'all fun. We done pandered to y'all.
Sick,
you know what I'm saying? Now we gonna show y'all what it is.
It's sick. Because it's gonna take another cop with a knee on the neck for this shit to create a narrative to start spinning back in the right direction. And
they still been killing us. And this is
it's not being televised.
It's not being televised no more. That's being suppressed now.
It's about Kanye and his craziness and fucking Kyrie. That's been the narrative. 2 weeks, bro. Insane.
Look at these two niggas. Y'all think who do y'all think y'all are? That's what it is. That's what this shit is about now.
Fans are in the
All
outrage.
I would just appreciate the days where, you know, NBA not even saying shit and just aligning themselves with the money, because that's how y'all always been. Don't do this fake shit.
Don't do this fake shit, bro.
If you align yourself with the money, cool. Don't pander to me. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, because you don't give a fuck. Go ahead and cancel that deal with Amazon Prime if the shit's so bad. Do that.
Y'all not gonna do that because that's bread. That's money.
Y'all don't give a
not gonna
fuck
do
about
that.
this shit.
Y'all don't give a fuck about it. Jeff Bezos shouldn't be even have the opportunity to buy the Suns if it's that bad.
Or the NFL team.
Or an NFL team, but we already know what's time with the NFL. We already know how Goodell gonna give it up.
Silver is such a hoe, bro. And it's blatant. It's blatant hoism.
It's just so much.
It's blatant hoism, bro.
It's so much. It's so much.
blatant.
It's so much hypocritical shit at every level of this shit. How dare Joe Tsai try to call this man out publicly? But you had your hand in some fuck shit. The ADL, y'all gonna deny this man bread that he offered on his own. But then y'all deny it, and then y'all gonna add that to the checklist that he need to do when y'all had your hand in some fuck
We
shit
can't
too.
take it in good faith.
Oh, so now y'all want it. So what faith is this? What faith is
We
this?
can't take it on good faith. Well, y'all shit ain't all clean either.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of y'all niggas pure. Ain't none of y'all niggas, angels.
Y'all all phony, man. Stop it. But I'm interested to see what comes from this shit. And like I said, if nothing comes from that NBA deal with Amazon Prime, I don't want to hear no Black Lives Matter. I don't want to hear none of that shit. None of it. Save it. Do your little commercials and continue to get your bread. But save all this other shit, bruh. Just like 2020, y'all painting Black Lives Matter on the court didn't mean shit to me. It didn't mean nothing.
Cause y'all don't mean it.
Y'all don't mean that shit.
Jaylen Brown, you've been very vocal over the last couple weeks, bro. I ain't hear you say nothing about Kyrie Irving. You've been very vocal. You so care about the kids and all this shit from Kanye school. How you feel about how you treating Kyrie Irving? That's my thing. I don't give a fuck if y'all niggas care or not. Just be consistent. Be consistent on where the fuck you stay on, what you stand on, bro. That's it. Nobody asking y'all to be fucking Martin Luther King. But don't paint it like you trying to be one.
Yeah, because y'all trying to put
Y'all not that.
Y'all not martyrs, bro. Y'all are not martyrs at all, bro. At all.
This shit is funny to me, bro. Handle your BI. Handle your business. Take care of your kids, your nieces, your nephews.
Y'all niggas want to
do that. But don't try to paint this shit like you give a fuck, bro, because you don't. Ain't not one NBA player outside of KD done spoke up for this man, bro.
And that shit pitiful because that Kyrie's on the same board that y'all niggas on. So I wonder how
for Chris Paul to be the president, that's funny to me. But niggas want to talk about like Jason Whitlock has that shit. Like this shit is really like on some
Twilight Zone.
This on Twilight
Zone, bro.
Shit, bro.
How was Jason Whitlock more on code than y'all niggas, bro? How's he on code more than y'all? This man has called this shit exactly what it is, bro. Y'all niggas getting calls from y'all masters, from y'all bosses. Y'all are compromised, bro. And y'all are scared.
Y'all employees. Y'all ain't like how y'all do all this player empowerment. That shit fake. That shit fake as fuck. Ain't no player empowerment. Y'all don't dictate nothing. Y'all don't.
But you know it's also fake. Funny because
that shit fake.
We can bring the Myers Leonard situation to this shit. Myers Leonard got the axe for some anti-Semitic shit.
That was actually some anti-Semitic shit.
That was actually anti-Semitic. But Kyrie didn't even really do no anti-Semitic shit. He's not getting the axe. You know why? Because he's more of a financial asset than Myers Leonard.
It's all about the fucking
It's all about the fucking money. Just say it's about the money.
This man got dumped. OKC waived him. He hasn't played again.
He ain't played again. He hasn't played since. I think he's just a full-time Twitcher now. He's on Twitch full-time, if I'm not mistaken.
He better holler at motherfucking at T Grizzly to see how he getting that bag. That's what he better do. He better holler at T Grizzly because T Grizzly getting that money off them games. So Myers Leonard better go holler at him. Yeah. Do something. That's real shit though. Like this whole shit is about the money at the end of it. It's been that way since I've been knowing that since I was a kid, bruh. Before the social media involvement. Don't try to paint this shit. This shit different from 2005 to 2012. So since 2012. Not I can't even say 2012. Let's say what about 15, 16?
2015, 2016, yeah.
It's different. That's when y'all just actually and it was cool. We knew where y'all niggas stood at then. But all of a sudden now y'all want to play hopscotch with this shit, bro. You can't play hopscotch with this shit. I can't take this shit off and put it back on, bruh. This shit is not a game. This shit is real life. When I get pulled over by a cop, I got to worry about if I'm going to make it home. So you can't play around with this shit, Adam Silver, Roger Goodell. You can't play around with this shit. So if your bottom line is being compromised, say that. Say that. So niggas can know where the fuck you stand at. Don't act like you dictating no punishments out here. You never was. It's a sponsorship. Like I said before, if PayPal didn't come out and say, oh, as long as Sarver is the owner of the team, we're not going to be here. You would have had, the man still would have had, what's his fine? $5 million or some shit?
Yeah, $5 million.
$5 million? That's all he got. He didn't even get the fucking axe. But it looked like to me, because let's call a spade a spade, it looked like Kyrie getting the axe. How dare y'all give that man a laundry list of things just for him to play basketball again? But all Robert Sarver got was a fucking fine. He ain't had to go meet with no black leaders. He ain't had to go do that. So don't do it for Kyrie Irving.
He didn't even meet with the NAACP.
He ain't had to do that. These niggas is fucking goofies, man. All of y'all. Owners too. Say what it is that you stand on and leave it at that, bruh. Because that's what the fuck it is. Don't tell me Kyrie Irving got to have this laundry list of things to do, and Rob Sarver ain't had to do that. All he got initially, I'm talking about initially, all he got was a fucking fine. That's all he got. He ain't had to go meet with no leaders or donate no bread.
When an income source threatened y'all, that's when shit got real for y'all. It's about the bread. If Kyrie complete his checklist today, he can play tomorrow. Myers Leonard said some shit and got the axe. Myers Leonard's not a superstar like Kyrie. It's all about bread. It's about the fucking money.
And that's why I said 2016, when everybody wanted to get on the knee in the NFL, we had a third string safety. I remember his last name. I can't remember his first name. His last name was Ball. He got released a couple of weeks later. But Richard Sherman and all the rest of them, they was fine. You know why? Because that's a practice squad nigga versus a superstar. So y'all, it's the same shit with Myers Leonard, Kyrie Irving. The bottom line cannot be affected. So you want to dangle him at your discretion, but kill him at the same time. Like, what we doing, bruh? Like, come on, bruh. LeBron James, bruh, like, listen, I don't even want to kill you, dog. Like, I don't want to kill LeBron. It is what it is, because I've been knew what it was.
He handled that shit like
I've been knew what it was, bro. Just call a spade, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with your contributions. Cool. But that was some fuck shit that you did.
That was some fuck shit, bro. That was you handled that shit like a hoe.
And there's a couple of Braun fans that is my homeboys. They ain't replied to that shit yet. You know who you are. I ain't got to say your name.
I'm a Braun fan, but I'm gonna keep it real. But Braun, you handled that shit like a hoe.
Well, outside of you.
Yeah.
There's a couple of y'all who ain't got nothing to say about that. But this is why I say don't align yourself with these niggas outside their profession. Because let's believe, I don't co-sign. I don't give a fuck. So all y'all who be getting the posting his family and all this other shit, what y'all got to say about that? I can't believe Jason Whitlock was more cold this week. That's the shit that's the funny shit to me,
Insane.
Drew, that shit is really funny to me. Jason fucking Whitlock would have been the last nigga I expected to be on Kyrie Irving's side.
This nigga
with
putting
this
up
shit.
triple doubles. This nigga putting up triple doubles.
I even
bro.
went to his YouTube page and watched that shit. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga got a whole bunch of other videos
Oh, he
talking about this
been
shit.
going crazy. He going crazy with the content, bro. Like, this is his time to shine.
But you got Charles Barkley and Shaq calling him a fucking idiot.
Yeah, okay. Charles Barkley, man.
Shaq, you can't tell
Shaq,
nobody
you
what to
can't
say
tell
when it comes
nobody
to
shit,
on the more
bro.
high ground.
And Charles Barkley, like I said, I remember what you said.
You been on.
I remember what you said about Breonna Taylor, bro. Use a hoe, bro. Use a hoe nigga, bro.
Wild shit, bro.
Them police broke in there and shot that girl to death, bro. You try to make it seem like she's not a real victim of racial supremacy. Nigga, you're a hoe. You a hoe.
And to come from a time where niggas was getting spit on and being called a nigger, you would think there would be, more sentimental when it comes to shit like this, or ready to stand 10 toes down for the culture. But
That's why I say a lot of us niggas don't need to stand by each other, bro. It's a lot of niggas who fuck niggas.
It's house cleaning need to be done before shit
That's
real
what I'm
progress.
saying.
is.
Like, it's a lot of fuck niggas in
Ooh,
this shit
Dr.
too, bro.
Umar been saying this shit for a long. Hey, bro, it's a lot of house cleaning that needs to be done before real progress to be made. Malcolm X said the same thing. Like, there's house cleaning need to be done before real progress be made. Khalid, rest in peace, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He's been saying the same shit.
Shit is wild to me, bro. Shit's wild, but like I said, I'm interested to see what comes from this Kyrie Irving shit. It's just fucked up. He should have never been suspended, especially if you're not gonna hold Amazon accountable. Still waiting
And
to
the
see that.
suspension was so late. It was a late flag.
You should have just said fucking indefinite because until we see fit. Until we see fit.
It's y'all want him to do what y'all want him to do. Y'all want him to publicly bend the knee after he's already apologized.
That's my thing. He already apologized.
He's already apologized. He's been apologizing for this shit.
He apologized. What was that? Wednesday night? Thursday night?
This is about showing power. That's what this shit is about. This is not even about the movie no more. Cause y'all already decided. Y'all already said who y'all with. Y'all with the money. Cause if it was about that, y'all would have canceled everything I got going on with Jeff Bezos. But it's y'all not.
Cause it's all about the money.
Always gonna be about the bread. Always. Crazy, man. Shit crazy. So we had some new music come out this week, man. Drake at 21 dropped the project Her Loss. You had a chance to listen to it yet?
I checked it out. I liked about 5 or 6 tracks on there.
Okay. I like the whole shit. I think it was a big redeem from Honestly Nevermind. Because you know that shit ain't getting no burn for me. But I fuck with this. And I honestly, before, I really wasn't feeling the collab for an album. I wasn't feeling it. They had some dope tracks together, but it gave me the Drake and Future fear. I think I was still kind of like looking at that like I saw how that shit turned out. So I don't know how this shit gonna be, but that was a great fucking project. Salute to 21 and Drake for that project. I fuck with it heavily. Like, it had a good theme. And just rapping wise, 21 did. I think he like really got into a different zone rapping wise on this project, bro. But I really can't. I really can't say I'm surprised. 'Cause Savage Mode 2 is a classic. He did elite rapping on that shit.
Yeah, Savage Mode 2 is a classic for him.
But this project was great, man. Great. Of course, the conversation that's around it is the Meg Thee Stallion bar that everybody was up in arms about. How you feel about it?
I mean, if I'm being consistent, I gotta say he corny like the baby. I just being consistent. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think it's the same. But when I first heard,
the
bar,
same?
well, let me talk about the bar first. When I first heard the bar, I didn't even think about her.
Okay.
I didn't. I thought he was specifically talking about ass shots. Still think he talking about ass shots. But everybody talking about he's saying Meg Thee Stallion. And the contrast with the baby is because she's saying use her name for clout. Drake don't need no clout to say your name.
I mean, he is coming off
his
a publicly disapproved album. He is coming off of that. I'm just saying, it applies to everybody.
Does he need? When it comes to sales, does the baby and the Drake compare?
Nah, I'm not saying that. That's a different point.
But does he need clout to say her name? Because she specifically said clout.
It's not even about clout. It's getting people to talk. It's not even about clout.
Before you got on Twitter and you heard the bar, did you think that bar was about her? Because there's a lot of...
because I understand entendres, I understand bars, I understand wordplay.
Okay.
I understand that. Like, I'm not shooting Drake no bail, bro.
Well, I don't think the bar was about her.
This,
But
like,
if it is,
I
I don't have a
can't-
problem with it.
So how you don't have a problem with if it's about her?
Okay.
How do you not have a problem with it, but you had a problem with the baby?
I didn't say it was a problem. I said he used it as promotion, and it didn't work. That's what I said.
But you said it was corny. So
I didn't say it was corny. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. And if I said it, play the clip. Because I said he using it as promotion. It didn't
I don't
work.
think you said it on the show, but in personal conversation, I believe you said it was corny. So it got to be the same shit, bro.
How can I say it's corny if he's using it as promotion? And it didn't stick. That's what I said.
This didn't
I don't
stick
wanna
me.
get
The bar was corny. That bar is
gonna
corny,
say-
just like the baby
He
bar
gonna
was
sell
corny.
regardless. The baby don't have sales like Drake.
Bruh, I'm not talking about sales. I'm just talking
Well,
about.
I'm talking about. So we said it. We said the numbers didn't reflect.
The whole more. No, I'm just talking about the bar.
All
The
right, so
bar.
talk about the bar then.
The bar itself. The baby bar was corny.
This was a corny bar as well.
Okay, if you feel
they
the bar
both
is
have
corny,
to be
cool.
corny. If we gonna call one nigga corny,
You call it corny. I didn't call it corny. I said it didn't stick.
all right.